Hi, welcome to the Resources Roadhouse. I'm Wally Graham. I'm with Ian Mullholland, Managing Director of ROX Resources. Now, ROX have just announced their intention to IPO their Mount Fisher project in WA. So, Ian, IPO the project. Can you talk us through the thought process of how that came about?
Yeah, sure. Obviously, we're a company with projects in a number of different commodities, and one of the things the market likes is for a company to be concentrating on a particular commodity. The increase in investor interest in commodities over the last little while has sort of encouraged us to split that off. And what it means is we can get new funding in for the project, while obviously we give up some equity ownership of the project to the new shareholders. We actually attract additional funding, which can take the project forward.
Obviously in this sort of situation, there's going to be the people who are going to, why are you doing this? There's going to be some knockers, but on the other side of the coin, there's going to be people who accept what you're doing. So, how's that the reaction been?
Yeah, it's the same as doing a joint venture on a project. If another company farms in and they're going to spend money on the project, that's new funding coming in. You're going to give up equity as well. I've never heard of a shareholder that doesn't like that. Yeah. So just because it's an IPO, it's the overall effect is pretty much the same. And the advantage is, of course, that we retain some control of what actually happens with the project, whereas if it's a third party farming in, they control that. So this is actually a better outcome, I believe.
Yeah. That's good. So, there's other projects still in the portfolio.
Yeah,
so
that's right. So
what sort of activity you got going on there?
Yeah, so we'll still be retaining our Fisher East nickel and Kohlrabi nickel projects, and we're just finalising a 4-hole diamond drilling program at Fisher East at the moment, and then we're going to follow that up with with more air core drilling, and then more exploration as we go. Our goal for our nickel projects is to double the resource there, say over the next couple of years. We're well funded to do that. The money that we have in the bank, we've got over $11 million in the bank. That will allow us to do that without the distraction of having to worry about the gold project now, because that'll be in another set of hands. It's a totally separate board, separate funding. We think that's a great outcome for our shareholders.
Yeah, and especially and that gives you, as you said, that funding that you've got available to focus on that one project and bring it up, and to the potential that you think it has.
Yeah, that's right. Our sort of scoping sort of level work we've been doing sort of tells us we need about double the resource to have a project, and of course nickel's one of those commodities that it's got a good future.
Yeah, it's enjoying a bit of a summer of fun, basically.
Yeah, well, I think at the moment there's a realisation that nickel's going to become a very important component of the battery sort of industry. It's still got a few years to pan out, but over the next, say, 8 years or something like that, the demand for nickel is going to be sort of almost double, and so that's quite a fundamental shift in the demand supply sort of balance.
Yeah. All right, well, so we'll be watching with interest for the nickel project. We'll be watching with interest on the IPO.
Yep.
And you'll be able to find out what happens as it happens at the Resources Roadhouse. Thanks, Ian.
Thanks, Wally.